Hello, dear friends. According to JFK Jr., the EPS emergency broadcast system would start on Tuesday, August 13th. We don't know if he will be right or not, although it's hard to believe. Apocalyptic predictions about financial markets are often exaggerated. Opinion fees. Financial contagion among markets. It's almost time. The wait is over. Initial turbulence, dead cat rebound, financial superstorm. This is the beginning. Short, Short-term recovery. Will there be a domino effect? Wait for the end of the storm. Let's start. Financial contagion is spreading as markets sink and recover. A financial superstorm has arrived and is on its way, causing trillions of dollars in assets to disappear overnight. This would be just the beginning. The entire system is overleveraged and could be heading for self-destruction, according to Mike Adams. The wait is over. This would not be the end for financial markets. This would be just the beginning of chaos, according to Michael Snyder. This is not a train of recession, but a classic market panic. We are not even close to the center of the storm yet. What we are experiencing now is just initial turbulence. The real crisis is not likely to come for quite some time. Everything that can be broken is being broken. The good news is that the dead cat bounce awaits us. Dead cat bounce. A dead cat bounce is a phenomenon that occurs in financial markets after a major price drop. The term originated on Wall Street and came into use during the stock market crash of October 1987. It is characterized by a temporary rise in prices that occurs after a significant market decline. This recovery would be short-lived and unsustainable, as after this brief rebound, prices would fall again. It usually occurs during periods of sharp decline and bear markets. It could lead some investors to mistakenly believe that the market is recovering, motivating them to buy stocks at what they consider to be low prices. It is virtually impossible to identify a dead cat bounce in real time. It can only be confirmed retrospectively. The name dead cat bounce comes from the macabre comparison that even a dead cat would bounce if it fell from a sufficient height. This metaphor illustrates how a declining market might show temporary signs of recovery before continuing its downward trend. Black Swan. According to the Storm Rider, the Black Swan event began in the fall of 2021, and all the numbers on Wall Street cannot hide the crash. All these events must happen for the world to wake up. At the end of the storm, the world will understand the Great Awakening. Stay strong. You have prepared for years for these final moments. In January 2024, Donald Trump expressed his expectation that the market would crash before he returned to office as president, should we win the election. This statement comes within a context of broader economic warnings Trump has made, including predictions of an economic crisis worse than 1929 if he doesn't win the next election. According to JFK Jr., the EBS emergency broadcasting system would begin on Tuesday, August 13th, 2024. In his view, a black swan type a black swan type stock market crash is coming that could have a huge impact around the world and would cause a global monetary transition in 2009 countries. To ensure this happens, a DEFCON 1 alert has been issued. Kayfabe is a term used in professional wrestling that refers to the practice of maintaining the fiction of characters and narratives as if they were real, both in and out of the ring. It implies that wrestlers act and behave like they are characters at all times, even in situations that are not related to the show, in order to preserve the illusion for the audience. Reflections. Will there be a domino effect after the fall of the world markets? The fall of the Nikkei index caused a financial tsunami worldwide in the stock markets, which gradually recovered. The global market crash sparks reflection on Jeff Bezos' 2000 comments about dot-coms after Amazon's 80% fall. X22 report. The market crash is the first alarm that woke people up, and all eyes are on the economy. Do you see what's happening? It's almost time. The tax side knows it can't win, and it has a problem with its cheating system. It is trapped, and all it has left is chaos and war. What are countries around the world doing to join the BRICS? Changing their national economy by making reforms in the banking and economic system through laws that they are passing in Congress for the security and stability of their country. Economy. Stocks rise after 3 days of losses. The New York Stock Exchange rebounds after the fall of global markets. A wave of financial collapses across multiple markets is playing out around the world. Wall Street economists say investor fears about the recession are overblown. Global markets rebound after historic bloodbath with Japan soaring. Wall Street's fear got posts record high as investors bet on more turmoil. European stock markets close with doubt despite the recovery of Asia and Wall Street. Asia. Asian stock markets rebound after Black Monday. The Bank of Japan will not raise rates when markets are unstable. Global stock rise and yen falls after Bank of Japan deputy governor said he would not raise interest rates if markets are unstable. Japan rushes to calm markets, triggering buying spree with emergency central bank meeting. India's central bank asks major lenders to refrain from making big trading bets against rupee. A Nobel Peace Prize winner presides over the interim government of Bangladesh. Europe. The Etna volcano rose again with lava and a gigantic cloud of ash. A Belgian athlete infected with Escherichia coli in the Seine River. Electric vehicle sales in Germany fall by 37% as subsidies end. Portugal is on the verge of a real estate abyss. The price of housing in Lisbon far exceeds that of Madrid and Barcelona. Fake job offers threaten the digital security of the unemployed. Estonia accuses a journalist of treason for writing a book about the hybrid war. British PM announces standing army to deal with unrest. Elon Musk says UK's cyber war looms, but Britons disagree. An estimated 700,000 people will flee Ukraine within 2 years. Mali breaks ties with Ukraine over its support for northern separatists. Moscow bans the construction of tiny apartments. All homes must measure more than 28 square meters. Hovels are prohibited. USA. Trump will give an interview to Musk next week. Homeless people remain on the streets of San Francisco, despite the authorities' efforts to solve the problem. California wildfires are causing residents to evacuate. Tropical storm Debbie is moving across the Atlantic before making a second landfall on the east coast. US is putting pressure on Iran and Israel to de-escalate. Israel could suffer two waves of attacks in the near future. Americas. The Mexican government estimates that it passed the test to resist Black Monday. Extortion reaches historic levels in Mexico. Argentina lowers the export tax on meat. The crisis in the markets affects the already battered Argentine economy. The Argentine justice system prohibits former President Alberto Fernandez from leaving the country. A swarm of locusts invaded much of the province of Córdoba in Argentina. Venezuela. Arrests increase due to protests in Venezuela, and there are disabled people. The right to legal defense is not being respected in Venezuela. Maduro clarifies that he will not block WhatsApp in Venezuela after criticizing it. Trump says that Venezuela is being governed by a dictator. The Venezuelan Supreme Court summons the 10 former candidates to review the election result. Felipe González suspects that Maduro is seeking to alter the minutes with the Chinese group and urges an independent verification. The US supports the mediation, of Mexico, Brazil, and Colombia for a transition in Venezuela. Panama proposes a regional summit of presidents to address the crisis in Venezuela. Chile does not recognize González as the winner of the Venezuelan elections because it is trying not to repeat Guaido's experience. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.